Hey, welcome to Let's Draw. Kenny here again. This time I thought I'd take a stab at drawing Chi-Chi. I always like Chi-Chi. I think she's an underrated character. And this I wanted to draw her 23rd Tenka'ichi Budōkai appearance here. And you saw I went through a couple different incarnations there, and I think it's important to include those because you're not always going to get it your first try. You know, sometimes it takes a couple of sketches to get going to really feel out what it is you're drawing. And I'm already in pretty deep here. This is sped up pretty heavily, so it did take me a good period of time before I got a pose I was comfortable with. And I also wanted to take her, I don't know what you would call that, what she's wearing, but kind of just open it up a little bit and kind of have her just in kind of more lounging a little bit. I also had trouble getting her in this position, her head in the position where she's like looking up. And I ended up referencing the manga panel from where Goku knocks her out of the ring to kind of imagine what that would look like with her head kind of tilted up a little bit. And, you know, it's important to remember that Chi-Chi was a martial artist, and she did live out in the country with her father on Mount Paozu, so she should have some muscle to her, you know? And I thought maybe kind of by opening up her martial arts outfit, it would make her seem just kind of more relaxed, more country, you know? So yeah, I always love doing cloth work, kind of making cloth look like it's resting against something. And now there were a couple issues here where I was on the wrong layer, and that's going to happen. I don't know if I've ever drawn a picture and not accidentally drawn something on the wrong layer. And there's just, yeah, detailing the brim. Oh, okay, so when I was drawing her hand resting, I couldn't get the thumb right, and so you see me struggling there, but I eventually got something that I was happy with. But at the time when I drew it, I was streaming this on my Twitch channel, twitch.tv/DetectiveX, and I was like, well, you know, if I don't like it later, I'll just delete it, and I ended up keeping it. Okay, so colors here, I didn't use any sources. Oh, okay, about Chi-Chi's skin real quick. I wanted to give her a farmer's tan, right? Because she should be, you know, she lives out in the country. She probably gets a lot of sun when she's out chopping wood or whatever before she has Goku live with her, and then later, you know, Gohan to do that kind of stuff for her. Anyways, these colors I didn't... here's another thing I want to talk about. So I went through, you see me doing a bunch of different shading tests because I wanted to do something slightly different here. And you saw I had that purple loaded up from when I drew that Vegeta Reborn picture, and so I was testing out what colors I wanted to use for the shading here. So anyways, what I was trying to say was I didn't source my colors from anywhere. I looked at what she looks like in the anime, and then I kind of just went with my own take for things, like thinking that she should be tan. And then, of course, that yellow undershirt was totally just, that doesn't exist in the series. And I was like, what would be a good color here that kind of works with the rest of it? And so, yeah, it's rare. I did a little bit of skin highlights here, putting that in, and then I go through and I blur it, and I only blurred stuff on the skin because I kind of wanted it to look different. It's also the only part that was receiving highlights, so I wanted everything to kind of, anything that was skin to stand out just a little bit. And I made sure that when I was using that dark red, I was only using that in places where I thought it was going to make sense. So on these blues here, you're going to see that I'm using a blue shadow that my layer type is multiply, which means it adds, I think it means it adds or multiplies the values of the color onto the one below it, which is great for when you're trying to shade things. And here I had, always watch out for your light source, because I had the light source on her eyes different from where all the shadows and highlights were. And then I think I'm about to start in the background here. This one I wanted to do a little bit extra, so I Googled up what Mount Paozu looks like, and I just kind of painted that a little bit from the reference. This is super simple, right? Just something so that she wasn't standing against kind of a plain-ish background like I've done in the past couple of pictures. You know, she's outside, she's sweating a little bit. And then just a little bit, I forgot here to put in that bit of shading right there. And I think that just, I don't know what I was doing there, but that does it for this drawing of Chi-Chi. I hope you enjoyed watching it. I've really been enjoying doing these. So again, yeah, thank you for watching, and we'll see you next time. Bye.